So again, good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to today's broadcast, Multicad Integration with PTC Creo, presented by PDSVISION. So the agenda, we'll do just a brief introduction, and then we'll move in a slide on digital thread, moving into our topic overview of Multicad integration with Creo. We'll have a quick demo, and then we'll follow up with some Q&A. And if you have any questions, feel free to enter those in the chat. I'll do my best to answer those and address those at the end of the demo during the Q&A session. And if there's anything that we either cannot answer or we just need more time, our information will be available, and we'll have your information, and we will contact you to schedule some time or provide an answer when available. So with that said, my name is John Hughes. I'm a technical specialist with PDSVISION. I've got 20+ years experience utilizing PTC products, primarily in the plastics industry, but other industries as well. I'm a certified PTC Creo trainer. We are PDSVISION, formerly Boundary Systems, but we've been PDSVISION now for a couple of years. We are a technology leader, a PTC global reseller and preferred service provider, a software solutions developer for design and manufacturing. Our capabilities include consulting, product development, CAD design and simulation, implementation services, professional training, cloud, and help desk. Some history on the PDSVISION group going back to 2008, and just continuing to grow with acquisitions and mergers. Besides being a proud strategic partner with PTC, we also partner with Moldex 3D, used for injection molding design and simulation and validation, as well as Tacton, Xformation, eTraj, Sigmaxim, ZWCAD, Keyshot, ITI, and Cimerix. So the digital thread connects the whole process, engineering, design, and manufacturing process throughout the whole life cycle management, technically promoting the correct information to the correct place at the correct time. We have various webinars posted on our YouTube channel that if you might look at and see if it provides some more helpful information, or if you're just interested in more information on the digital thread concepts. So moving into the Multicad integration with Creo. So Multicad uses in PLM, which I'm just going to touch briefly on this because this is a much broader subject. But Windchill with Creo, so Windchill is a CAD agnostic client, or CAD client agnostic. So with Workgroup Manager, anybody's CAD platform can be directly integrated into Windchill. And again, if there's any further questions on this, we can address them at the end or offline. Again, this is a much larger topic. And the primary focus of this demonstration, we're going to do the Multicad integration with Creo. And so many companies, you may maintain multiple CAD softwares. Utilizing Creo Unite technology, which is included with Creo Essentials and Creo Engineer packages. This enables us to use a single CAD system. It supports multi-CAD collaboration and consolidation. It allows users to open and import non-Creocat files such as Solidworks, Catia, and NX. So, users can easily open up files from other popular platforms without having to have those CAD programs installed. And this can save valuable time and effort with data migration. So with that said, we will move into the demonstration. So I have my Creo launched. I am connected to Windchill in here, and I have my workspace. And if I want to navigate and go into add some files that we can look at, we'll navigate into our CAD folder. So we navigate into our CAD folder, and as we can see here, we've got Creo drawings, Creo part, Creo assembly files. And we can scroll down and see that there's documents as well as SolidWorks parts and assemblies. We can also utilize a search in here if we want to narrow it down to see what are our non-Creo files. We can do a search for SolidWorks. And here it lists all of the SolidWorks files that are in here. If we want, we can open it in Creo. Comment down in the bottom that file was added to the workspace. So again, we've got this assembly that was opened. As we can see, again, in the model tree, these are all SolidWorks files. We change to our browser folder. We can see that these files have been added to our workspace. We can go here further if we want to open up additional files. Change my filter to remove the solid. We can go back and see that we have our additional Creo files. And we'll do a search for an assembly. Again, we can open this directly through our Creo and through the workspace. Again, pointing out that now we have these these files, these SolidWorks and Creo files in our workspace, and we can do whatever we need to either review and or work and make modifications. So the next portion is that we're going to move into a demonstration and show how we can manipulate and use files more in assembly. So I've got another session of Creo opened up. And again, so this is whether or not you're working in Windchill. This is working outside of Windchill. We can set our working directory. And again, when we go through and we select the open, by default, Creo is going to only list Creo files. But if we expand this, we can expand and see we can select all files as well as the Creo other formats. And then utilizing, again, the Creo Unite technology, we can narrow it down to SolidWorks, parts and assemblies, Catia, NX. We can leave this to all files. And again, as we see the options that show in this folder, we've got a mix of Creo and SolidWorks files. Want to do a preview, we can look at some of these just to see what they are. And we will go ahead and let's open up this assembly file. So it's populating this assembly. Turn off some of our datums. We can see in our model tree again, we have a mix of Creo assembly, SolidWorks files. They're built in the model tree to create this. So we might want to continue some work and we want to go and we're continuing to build this assembly. We're going to open up another assembly, another file, and this is going to be a SolidWorks assembly because the supplier or whoever the manufacturers is utilizing SolidWorks. narrow that down. So again, we have this complete SolidWorks assembly. We've opened it and we're viewing it, the components and the model tree as far as the structure in Creo. And say if we wanted to go ahead and make changes, again, utilizing some of the capabilities within Creo, we might want to go and make some changes to parts. So let me step back. So we have this component, we have to make some design changes. We want to look at this bracket or this frame, use our filters. We can select again, so we can select within here in the graphics window. We're going to select this component. We're going to open it, or we could have activated in the window. So again, this is a SolidWorks file utilizing some other functionality within Creo. We can make some changes here that need to be relayed back to the supplier or to the next level. Utilizing utilizing flexible model. We'll now start working. And for some reason, we need to make this this bracket, this channel needs to be extended. Go back in, we modelize and analyze. So again, you can get some measurements. You can utilize the functionality within Creo to analyze your part, review it, and make changes. This is 12.75 inches. We need to make this a little bit longer, utilizing the flexible modeling. We want to extend this so we can move. So we're about to make design changes to the model. These changes will not be reflected in the native model. So it will not be reflected in native SolidWorks files, but we can save a copy and convert and share that data still to the stakeholders that need this information. Select OK. We can select our surface. Now let's see. Just to go and we'll just move. We're going to drag using dragger. Select the surface. Again, we can drag this out utilizing the flexible modeling and to make changes to this part. We can go ahead and we can add geometry or take existing geometry and add patterns or add additional holes. Five. So say you had to go make some changes. We went through, we've made some changes utilizing the flexible modeling. We could go in as well if we wanted and add Creo parametric functionality. We can create a hole. And as we see in the model tree, we have the original SolidWorks file. We've made some flexible modeling changes. We've added some geometry here utilizing the Creo parametric functionality. We need to easily turn that on and off. And then if we go back into the SolidWorks file, we see that we have this is now updated. So if we need to relay this information, here we could go ahead and go back to the part if needed. We could do a file, save as. We could save this as a step, parasolid, or we could save this as another SolidWorks part file, just with a different name. Because of course this is going to import as a SolidWorks file, but as not as a model tree version of it. And again, just looking in, we can see now that if we search back in SolidWorks part file, so again, I went ahead, I saved it as a SolidWorks file just to relay back, make it easier. Again, could have saved this as a Parasolid or step. And again, if we open this up, we lose that model tree where the changes were made in there. But going back into the assembly where we've got the SolidWorks file where I've made some flexible model changes, added some geometry. Now if we wanted to go and use this assembly in another assembly, go through the process of assembling. Again, our search opens can default to Creo. We can change this to all, or we can search again and utilize the file formats that are available to us. We have our SolidWorks part, SolidWorks assembly. We can open this up. And then assemble it wherever was needed in the assembly with whatever constraints. Again, this isn't necessarily, this is just kind of supposed to show some of the functionality and capabilities. Again, as we look in the model tree, again, we have a mix of Creo, assembly, and part files, as well as the new SolidWorks assembly that was added into our, and again, this then can be shared out. So we're integrating multiple CAD files into PTC Creo, utilizing the Unite technology. We're utilizing one CAD software, so we don't have to have, as far as our IT department, engineering IT department, we don't need to manage multiple CAD programs to import step and Parasolid perhaps, to then go ahead and generate and convert to native Creo. Again, hopefully is a dumb solid. So saves a lot of time and efforts. And we can go through and allows our designers and engineers to proceed with designing your product, to easily be able to see the files from their native program, so we don't really have to worry too much about the conversion and any unnecessary repairing if there are issues with the files, as well as then using a fair amount of the functionality of Creo to make some flexible modeling changes and or add geometry, add features. And if there are any questions, so here, let's see, what licenses are needed to use Unite? So yeah, if you have any questions during this this demo session, or something I can try and show, with the time permitting, So as far as the licenses are needed to use for Unite, Creo is, the Creo Unite technology is included with the Creo Design Essentials. So with the Creo Design Essentials and the Creo Engineering Package, and again, I only have Solidworks files, but NX files, Catia files as well, integrate very well. And then again, one of the big powers of the tools is if you are utilizing a PLM system, in our case, preferably Windchill. Yeah, again, Windchill is a CAD agnostic PLM system that you can use for your native Creo files, non-Creo files, documents, and other. And again, if needed, again, we've got this integration of Creo files as well. We can go ahead and do various other functionality sections. We can do an analysis. Again, all utilizing the components that were brought in, Creo and non-Creo files. Turn off the cross section. So again, utilizing the Creo, you still have the full functionality and power of the Creo to create your assemblies utilizing non-Creo CAD files. You can modify to make various iterations or design intent. And then this can be shared out in various formats, various methods. So question just came in, how do we get non-native Creo files into Windchill, like from Catia? So that, we have some other videos that we have done on the Windchill side with the multi-cad. I am not myself a Windchill expert. We do have resources here. I will get back to you, or an associate can answer that better or point you into the information, but it's essentially adding them to the folder, loading them in the same as if you were, importing anything else. You can bring those into whatever your folder is to Windchill where you need those, and then those would be accessible as long as you have access to that Windchill folder. And again, as far as on the Windchill side, CAD agnostic, documents and other instructions, anything that can be been provided in there and then read from the folder, opened up either in Creo or perhaps your Creo View MCAD, Creo View Express. So if we go back, my mouse just locked up. me see if we have any other documents that are still in here that we can open up. And I'm not sure if I have any documents. So can non-Creocat objects, NX SolidWorks Catia files be associated with WT parts to drive the EBOM? Yes. And again, some of these other questions as related to the Windchill and that is for a, we definitely have other videos and other webinars on that, and we can set up time to discuss that further. So again, still keeping the time open, but moving forward a little bit more. If you want to learn anything more about Creo, we are certified trainers. We can do training if you are interested in either, any information further on Creo or interested in training, training courses and opportunities. We can provide training virtually, in center, and on site. And one of the other things we would really like is you is using the software or other CAD softwares. If there are any topics or applications or suggestions that you would make that are applicable to your industry and what you'd like to see Creo and or Windchill or anything else demonstrated, we are open to suggestions and recommendations, and we would appreciate that. Another question just came in. Is there a reason I would not be able to open an Inventor assembly file? Yeah, I get a message box saying that the file version is not supported. You can open certain Inventor files. I'm not sure if there is a version that is more suitable. There are some things or some special considerations that need to be utilized with Inventor, and that is definitely something that we can talk more offline if you can provide some more information. And we will have your contact information and we can reach back out to you. But as far as Catia, SolidWorks, NX, the Creo Unite package works very smoothly. And again, hopefully the ease of use of Creo makes it easier for CAD users to go ahead and still manipulate, make changes, and share that data. Again, whether it's a design iteration, some modifications that need to be done, or to analyze fit and function utilizing the Creo software. And then again, to make changes or point out possible conflicts. And again, we have a full website. You can check out our website at PDSVISION.us. We have a YouTube channel, which has a lot of other videos and webinars that might answer some of the questions better, that go into either a lot more detail in specific areas, especially including Windchill. My contact information is on the screen at jhughes@pdsvision.com and sales@pdsvision.com. If you do have any questions that are not actually listed in the chat, feel free to send those after the fact. Again, so questions on this topic, any other topic, and or general information on anything else that we can assist with. And I'll hold off a little bit longer if there's Anything we want to try and look at further? Within, I do not have any NX files actually in this folder, primarily just the Creo and Solidworks files. And if anybody utilizes NX or Catia and you have any files that are public that you want to share, we'd also like to make arrangements. We have to be careful on what we can show that might be proprietary. And again, I want to thank everybody for your time. I know it's either late morning, early afternoon, or evening for a lot of you, and a lot are taking time out of your lunch. And if there's no other further questions, again, I'll say thank you for your time. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or suggestions for additional topics, or to see if there's any training opportunities or anything that PDSVISION can be of assistance with. Thank you again for your time. So if there are no further questions, we'll end today's broadcast. Thank you again for your time. Have a good rest of your day and week.